Why play Nocturne Jungle? Well, his ganks are incredible. He has a very fast clear speed, he is an amazing duelist, and he's an AD carry's worst nightmare. However, he is ultimate reliant to make his plays, and where he's amazing in a 1v1, he doesn't do quite as well as other junglers at teamfighting. Nocturne's passive is periodically he empowers his next basic attack to deal additional damage and attack in a circle around him. In addition, this will heal himself per enemy hit. Basic attacks reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1 second, and this is increased to 3 seconds reduced against enemy champions and monsters. Nocturne's Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to enemies hit. It will also leave a path on the floor, and if you hit an enemy champion with this ability, they will also leave the path behind them. While Nocturne is travelling on this path, he is ghosted, gains bonus attack damage and bonus movement speed. And this is a large amount of attack damage and bonus move speed. Nocturne's W has a passive where he just gains a large amount of bonus attack speed permanently. The active causes him to gain a spell shield for 1.5 seconds, and if this successfully blocks an ability, the attack speed is doubled. Nocturne's E has a passive where he gains an insane amount of bonus movement speed when facing towards feared targets. The active creates a tether between himself and the target for 2 seconds, during which time the target takes damage. If the tether is not broken by the end of this, they are then feared and massively slowed. Nocturne's ultimate has 2 parts to it. The first is a global ability which near sights all enemy champions for 6 seconds. This essentially goes over the entire map, making it incredibly difficult for enemy champions to do anything. After using this, Nocturne can then use the ability again to dash to an enemy champion. Where the dash is a very long range, the more the ability is leveled up, the longer he can dash. Upon arrival, he deals a large amount of damage to the target, and he can also cast any of his abilities during the dash. And you can even use your spell shield while dashing, and then the 1.5 seconds cooldown will start when he finishes dashing. For combos, you want to start with ultimate using W while travelling. Upon landing, use Q into your E, spamming away with attacks. For matchups, he does great into other duelist junglers where he usually has the upper hand, and he can struggle against champions that can absorb his burst and lock him down. For runes take this, lethal tempo is too good. For build order, start green monster and pot into tier 2 boots and a stride breaker. After this, a black cleaver and death dance are great pickups before finishing your build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take flash and smite. Starting the game, you have a few different options. The safest option is always to do a full jungle clear to make sure you're as strong as you can be to take scuttle crab if you need to fight for it. And of course, a full clear is just the most effective way to maximize both your experience and gold gain. Otherwise, you can do a quick level 3 clear by doing both buffs and 1 camp into an early gank. When ganking, always consider the 3 main points of what CC does your team bring, what escapes does the enemy have, and where is the lane pushed to. When ganking, if you can land your Q, this will often give you the move speed that you need to fear them in the wrong direction. And from here, with all the extra stats you get, you can simply remove them from the map. And of course, when you hit level 6, get your team to start a fight and then go in and blow up an enemy. Entering the mid game, as the jungler, your main focus is going to be on objectives. And the easiest way to get a free objective is to get a pick beforehand, which Nocturne is amazing at. Keep up aggressive wards, find an isolated target, ult onto them and blow them up. Entering late game team fights, you want to look for a pick before the fight even starts to give your team an easy 4v5. Otherwise, use your ultimate for maximum confusion and then ultimate onto their backline and attempt to blow up a target.